Are you an event organizer? Have you considered accessibility? How about neuroinclusive design? I'm Dorothy Howard, user Hexatechin, and I'm going to be talking about neuroinclusive event organizing. Neurodiversity is a framework for understanding a spectrum of differences among the human population. And it's a paradigm that is useful for us to talk about and celebrate difference in our communities. It evolved from the disability activism movement in the 1960s. And as we came together and learned about things like autism and learned about the importance of sharing our experiences, we developed new language to talk about difference. I love the neurodiversity paradigm and framework, and it has allowed us to talk about accessibility in a more complex way. So in the Wikipedia community, I am excited about conversations about accessibility online, but we need to also make sure our in-person events are accessible and that neurodiversity is part of the conversation about accessibility. So what does that mean on the ground? Well, we have in-person events, we also have hybrid events, and we also have virtual events. So we need to be thinking about neuro-inclusive design and accessibility in in-person, hybrid, and online events. And they all require different considerations. So for in-person events, many conferences have adopted quiet rooms where people can go and retreat and be internal and have a space away from loud noises and constant communication. And this is a good idea for everyone, not just for people who might identify as neurodivergent. And in fact, there's a lot of ways we can think about accessibility as a benefit for everyone. Other things that are important to consider as event organizers are sound in general. So the noise of the cacophony of many voices speaking at once can be problematic for listeners. As a facilitator, you can create a space where people know not to interrupt each other and to be cognizant of the effect of loud sounds or overlapping sounds on listeners. For hybrid events, we can also consider the online audience and their specific needs, repeating things into the microphone, repeating questions from people in the back of the room that may not be able to be heard by the people in a live stream is actually incredibly important. I'm just bringing up a few things right now. There's all sorts of considerations that we can bring to online events as facilitators, as participants, but I am an advocate for considering neurodiversity and considering our neurodivergent community members in conversations about accessibility and preparing ourselves as organizers to be leaders on accessibility, to not sideline it. And that can require us getting educated, doing trainings, putting resources, putting money towards accessibility, so we can create safe learning spaces for everyone.